you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable House Chair, the world as we know it presently is inconceivable without fossil fuels. The pre-modern world mainly used biological energy obtained from plants, animals, and humans, very often slaves, for sustenance and trade. A realization that the pressure built up by steam could turn the world around nearly drove European forests to extinction. Then fossil fuels came to the rescue, dirty and difficult to excavate, but abundant and effective. Two additional technologies followed: the internal combustion engine and electricity. The sky seemed to be at the limit, and in fact it was. Long before fossil fuels became exhausted, the Earth's atmosphere was so profoundly altered that climate change causes a real threat to life as we know it. That is history. Now economy. The economy is not the sum of money spent, but the sum of energy exercised. Add more money to the economy and you get inflation. Add energy and you get growth. Cut the country's money flow, then something else will flow. But cut the energy supply and the country is screwed. Since 1924, South Africa was governed by the mantra South Africa first. We didn't have oil, but we have lots of coal, so we did everything possible with coal and a few more. Without the economic foundations of Eskom, Transnet and Sasol, there would not have been much of a state to capture and very little to expropriate without compensation. Now the social reality. Whole society is constituted around coal mining, generation of electricity and manufacturing of fluid fuels. The balance of what was needed in this regard is important. In the time of sanctions, when the ANC attempted to destroy what they were about to receive, nuclear was also developed. While coal power stations failed, we are thankful about that. Just a pity it looks like failing too. In the process, a whole country was strung together by wires, electrical wires. Therefore, the expression to cut somebody's water and lights if the person is functionally annihilated. Two possible calamities struck the South African economy at approximately the same time. Scientific opinion leaned towards a conclusion that burning of fossil fuels alters the Earth's climate. Americans on the right and South Africans on the left deny it, but that's the opinion on which international decisions are made and which I incidentally share. Also, the ANC took a political decision not to invest in additional power generation, and certain elements captured what was left of coal and of generation. So exactly when everybody says we should abandon coal, we lose the ability to hang on to it. Fortunately, a third thing happened. Renewables became competitive. This time, the state won't be the driver of the new energy dispensation like it was a century ago. It simply does not have the ability. But now, we have a much stronger private sector providing finance and knowledge for transition at its own time. Small modular nuclear generation units might well provide the baseload. The wide east-west spread of the country assists with the renewable sources, whether solar or wind. A well-maintained grid is a huge plus. The exact mix will not be determined by a state-determined plan, but by private citizens, communities, and the commercial sector. It seems the president realized that, but maybe not the minister, and also maybe not the EFF. This will have consequences for the centralized unitary state. As the state's ability deteriorates, it will have less power. Political power will vest in communities who look after themselves, as it should. The new power generation will create power for a new generation. That is a just transition, I think.